welcome to this week's episode of Men Aloud with myself, Dave Sheahan, high performance consultant and dedicated for over 25 years now to educate, motivating, hopefully inspiring people just like you to be the best you can be, to live the best life you can, and most importantly, I've stressed for all this time the importance of mental health. And mental health is everything. Your mind is the control tower, so it's important you constantly work on your mind. And Men Aloud here on Little Media TV is very much focused on mental health for men. And why is that? One, mental health is a huge issue and has been a huge issue and increasingly so for such a long time. But also, we live in a world where still far too much the alpha male type persona exists and is pushed, where men are more closed, don't express your emotions, don't communicate, don't be in touch with your feelings. It's still there to a large degree, and it's better now than it was before, which is something, it's moving in the right direction. But there's still so much stigma attached, and through Men Aloud and a lot of the work I do, I'm looking to break that stigma and for you to start realizing you are a human being. Yes, you're a man, but you're a human being too, and humans have emotions, and humans are run by their emotional state. So your emotional state will determine a lot of your thought process. It will determine a lot about your actions. It will determine a lot about your behaviors. It will determine a lot about the energy you're putting off and the impact you can have on other people. So it's very important for you to get in touch with your emotions. It's very important for you to express your emotions and feelings freely. It's very, very important for you to communicate your feelings and communicate when you're feeling bad and down and low and depressed and frustrated and anxious and upset, just as much as when you're super excited and happy and everything's going great. Both sides are important. We need to, as humans, become better communicators. And in every relationship that we have, every type of relationship, communication is key. It's no more key than in like an intimate relationship. Two people together, we're meant to be in love with each other. If they don't communicate well, it's like poison that will develop over time. It's the same with not communicating properly with your kids or adequately with your kids. Same with friends and family. Same with work colleagues, associates, or even everyone that you come across every single day. Communication is key, and expressing how you feel and sharing your feelings and giving off the right energy. Because when you suppress anything that's you, again, part of you and how you're feeling, it creates negative energy, and that negative energy goes out and negative stuff comes back. And this is the way things work. This is the way the law of attraction is, and it creates an expectation in you then that bad things are going to keep happening, that you'd stay where you are, when the reality is you hold the key to improving where you are right now. You can improve. You are the one who can take personal responsibility. It doesn't mean it's easy, but also we all need help sometimes. We all need accountability. We all need support. We all need someone to listen. This is a big part of what I want Men Aloud to be, where I'm here for you. I'm happy to take your messages that we can speak about on shows. I'm happy for you to come on camera here literally with me in studio, and we can talk through your situation, and that will not only help you but will help other people as well. We are here to help you with your mental health and for you to become happy and for you to become the best version of yourself that you can be, because that is literally all that matters. Now, this is actually Men's Health Week, okay? So I wanted to focus on that for this particular episode of Men Aloud. So Men's Health Week, okay? So what does that mean? Well, it means that what I want you to start doing this week, do this anyway, but I want this week to be the kind of the catalyst for you, the spark that makes you do this. Two things. One, I want you to use this week to communicate better how you feel about certain people. So literally people who matter in your life, tell them, if you don't tell them regularly, tell them you love them. Okay, tell them what you think of them. Do the same to people you can't stand if you want. It's all communication and all expressing feelings, but I want you to communicate more. I want you to consciously make a decision to communicate more this week. I want you as well to communicate how you're feeling in terms of negative sense, because when we don't feel good, we typically don't talk to people. We feel ashamed to talk to people. We feel embarrassed. This is the way, men have been conditioned, that it's like it's seen as weakness to speak about something that is hurting you, that's making you anxious, making you upset, it's embarrassing you, that you're afraid of. It's a total opposite of weakness. It's not weak at all. Weak is keeping your mouth shut. Weak is keeping things suppressed inside you. Strength and bravery is in actually speaking about the issues that are bothering you. Strength and bravery is actually in opening up about your emotions and how you're feeling, communicating them. That's strength and bravery. So we need to flip things on its head from what society tells us and what's the reality. And this is the problem. There's so much societal conditioning out there. There's so much put out there in terms of what supposedly you're meant to be like and what a man is and all this type of garbage, which is all it is. You're a human. Yes, you're a man. Yes, men and women are different. But at the same time, we are run by our emotions. That's one thing that's very similar with all of us. And we all have brains, and our brains are impacted by everything that goes on in our life, everything we experience, everything that we come across, everything that we're told, all the information we consume, all the things that we see, all the things that we experience, and that creates the person that we are. Okay, so it's really important that you can start to communicate. Okay, the other thing I want you to do is I want you to start asking other men key questions. Ask them, how are you? And when they say, I'm not too bad, or all right, or I'm fine, the usual short answer most people give, push it on more. Ask them, how are you really? See how they respond to that. Push them that little bit more. So, how are you? And then ask them, how are you really? If they respond with just a typical flimsy answer of, I'm not too bad, or I'm okay, or all right, that type of thing, which doesn't give you any information. Also, how's your day going? How was your weekend? Communicate. Ask people questions about how they are. Try to see inside them in terms of how they are, how they're truly feeling. Try to get them to open up to you so you can listen. We all can be good listeners for other people. We all need to be listeners to other people. Some will obviously be better than others. It's just like a natural instinct. Some people to listen, other people is to never listen. But we can all get better at it. And the thing is, things that we're good at, we can keep getting better at. Things that we're not so good at, we can keep getting better at. This is the way you should be looking at every single day. How can I evolve to be a better person? How can I evolve to help more people? And there might be just people within your family and friends. I'm not talking about you having to have a huge impact in the world. If that's something that you would like to do, cool. Go knock yourself out. Go take the action to make it happen because only you can. But if you're not that interested in having a big, massive impact all over the place, you at least want to impact your family, I'm sure, don't you? To have a positive impact on the family and friends by just asking those simple questions. So, would it be Men's Health Week? I've questions for you as well besides that. How well are you taking care of yourself? Start from top down, like you get in your mind. What are you listening to? What are you consuming? Are you watching TV? If you are, what is on the TV you're watching? Are you watching the news? Are you watching current affair programs, political programs, all these kind of things? Because they're literally poison to your mind. Reality TV, soap operas, again, more poison to your mind. I'm not saying never ever watch these things, but really minimize because they are literally poison to your mind. Like, when did you last see positive stories on the news? It's all negativity. It's all fear. It's all making things seem bad. Same on reality TV and soap operas for the vast majority of the time. Of course, there's some good stories, but vast majority of the time, it's negative stuff. Because the thing with soap operas and why people love them so much is that, and same with reality TV, is that people are watching people who are worse off than themselves, and it makes them feel better. And that's kind of sick in a way, but it makes them feel better. And people like to feel better about where they are instead of taking action to move from where they are, because that's the harder thing to do, because it requires action. Most people are happier to stay where they are, where they're familiar with what's a mediocre existence for them, instead of putting the work in to improve, getting where they want to get to. And the thing is, you live life once, so go out there and make it happen. That's what you should be doing. You should be doing everything you can to live the best life you can and be the best person that you can be. So, watch what you're consuming. Same as on Netflix, same as on YouTube, same as on all the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and so on. What are you consuming? And if you want to improve your mental health, if you want to feel better in yourself, if you want to feel happier, stop consuming all the crap that's out there. It's like the social media feeds. 99% of it is absolute garbage that will never serve you, that will only take you down, that will only negatively impact your emotional state and your thought process. Okay? And it'll keep giving you more and more and more of that if you consume it. So you're getting attacked literally with negativity. So, get better at what you consume. Make better choices. There's nothing wrong with watching stuff, but be clever about what you consume. Be conscious of what you consume. Because remember, your mind is the control tower. And if you're suffering poor mental health, what's looking at poor, fearful, fear-inducing news stories going to do for you? Is it going to make you feel better? Is it going to help you? Is it going to help you get out of where you are? See more bad stories, more bad news? No, it won't. You need positivity. You need something to uplift you. Even just watching music videos that uplift you, that have important messages, that have adrenaline pumping type music, that bring back happy memories. Think about that. What kind of things bring back happy memories? Maybe certain songs. Play those songs. Maybe it's from childhood. Maybe it's from teenage years. Maybe it's from sport. Maybe it's from, your love with your partner right now or previous partners, whatever is happy memories for you. Maybe it was a concert you were at, and a particular song or songs strike a chord in you and can bring you back to that place. What takes you to a happy place? That's what you should be consuming. And in terms of information, consume stuff again that serves you. Stop consuming stuff that puts fear in you, makes you feel worse. Watch what you're reading. If you're reading newspapers, is it going to help you? No. You might think, oh, I have to keep up to date. Don't worry, you'll keep up to date. People will always tell you stuff. There's no need for you to be reading newspapers. Read stuff that will give you information, that will educate you, that will add new skills, will add new information, that will reinforce things that you know or believe in a positive sense, because a lot of stuff out there that's absolute crap on that side and doesn't serve you in any way. But stuff that empowers you, stuff that stimulates some critical thinking, that stimulates you looking at things a bit more logically, start to see the world as it really is. Same as listen to things, listen to some podcasts, listen to some audiobooks. Like I said, listen to music that uplifts you. Do things that stimulate your brain, that feed your mind, feed it what it needs. Because mental health, the vast majority of it's down to your brain. Okay? Now, if you come down along, what do you consume? What do you consume in terms of food or liquid every single day? Because 20% of the calories you consume go to your brain. That's what feeds your brain. So if you're consuming predominantly Cokes and Coca-Cola and coffee and McDonald's and Pringles and chocolate and processed foods and all that kind of stuff for the vast majority of the time, that's where your brain's getting fed. Now, how's your brain going to function then? How effectively is it going to function? How well is it going to function? Not great, eh? Whereas if it's smoothies and salads and stir fries and all this type of good stuff, your brain's going to work very differently. Tons of water, staying hydrated, not drinking loads of sodas and energy drinks and coffees and teas that dehydrate you. Instead, you're drinking stuff that rehydrates you and keeps you hydrated. So your brain's going to function better. Your brain's 83% water. It doesn't retain water. 83%, that's how important water is for your brain. So if you're not consuming adequate water, which 99% of people in the world aren't, then you're not going to work at your optimal level. But we all have the power and the choice of whether we do or not. You make your choices in life. It's up to you how you live. It's up to you whether your life improves. It's up to you what level of health and well-being you experience. So start making the right choices so that you experience better, okay? Because it's up to you. So watch the liquids you consume, watch the foods you consume, really important. I've spoken about what you feed your brain, really important then as well. Tell me, how often are you moving your body? Just in general activity, moving around, going out for walks, going for a cycle, walking down to the local shop instead of driving, walking around shops, going upstairs as opposed to taking escalators and lifts. It's like in the airport, do you do travelators or do you walk along normally using the legs that you've got, which are designed for walking, versus standing on this thing that's moving at such a slow rate? It's crazy. But it's just how lazy people have become. So are you generally keeping active? And then besides that, are you following an exercise routine? It's important for us all to do an exercise routine for our mental fitness or mental health, because it has such a huge impact on the endorphins it release and makes us feel better, clears our brain a lot more, makes us feel better overall. Like exercise is basically incredible medicine for the brain. So make sure you're exercising for that perspective. But also you've got fitness goals, you've got fat loss goals, you might have muscle building or toning goals, you might have athletic performance goals. Are you working towards those? Are you putting into work with the exercise? It's all about routine. Are you working off a routine, or is it very sporadic when you're exercising? Or maybe you're not doing any at all. This is why, like in Men's Health Week, I want you to look at all aspects of your life. As we go through the show now, and I'm asking you questions, look at all aspects of your life and identify where you can improve, and commit. It's important, commit to taking action on certain areas. What key little steps can you take, even from what I've said so far, that you're not doing up to this point? What little key actions can you take that are going to improve where you are, improve your mental health, improve your well-being, improve your health, improve your overall quality of life, and then go and start taking action. Don't be a talker. Don't just talk about doing stuff. Whether it be talking to yourself or talking to others, don't be just a talker. Make sure you're taking action. Be an action taker. It's so important. Because action is the only way things are going to change. It's no different than knowledge. Like me telling you some of the different things I've told you. You have a bit more knowledge possibly after this episode of Men Aloud. But if you don't implement what I've said, then it's pointless. It's a waste. It's of no use to you. Knowledge is not power. It's the implementation of knowledge that's power. Remember that implementation of knowledge is power. Okay. So are you moving? Are you exercising? When you don't feel good, go exercise. It'll be hard. Believe me, it'll be hard if you don't feel like doing it. But the most important thing for you to do when you don't feel good is exercise, because it's guaranteed you will feel better. Even if it's only temporarily, even if it's only for a little while, I can guarantee you 100% you will feel better after you do some form of exercise or workout. So prioritize that. It's really important that you do. Okay, prioritize doing some form of workout. Really, really important. Are you in control of your sleep? What time do you go to bed? What time do you get up? What do you do before bed? You just, binging on Netflix or on social media, scrolling to the early hours in the morning and then going to sleep because you're so tired? Have you no real set waking time, no real set bedtime? Now, these things are important. We need set bedtimes, we need set waking times. For the vast majority of the week, it's always good to have some kind of break, just like it is from the food, from the exercise, from normal routine life. But if you want to feel better in yourself, to have better mental health, to feel happier in yourself, you need routines and commitments that you do every day and every week. And bedtimes and waking times are important with that. Like what you do in the first hour when you get up has a huge impact on the rest of the day. Like what you do in the 30 minutes to 2 hours before you go to bed has a huge impact on your sleep quality. And you don't get good quality sleep, if you don't sleep deep enough, if you don't go through a couple of sleep cycles, if you don't get REM sleep, you're not going to sleep properly. You're not going to rejuvenate, you're not going to regenerate the cells, you're not going to help with the muscle recovery, and you're going to wake up feeling groggy and in poor mood because your brain's starved. It's not been fed enough rest that it needs. So all that's going to happen is you're going to have a bad day next day. Or it will be a huge challenge. You might get through, but it'll be a huge challenge, way harder than it should be. That's down to the quality of your sleep. Quality is the most important thing. Quantity then comes after it if you get the quality. But a big part of it is what you're doing before bed. So what kind of sleeping habits can you change? How about productivity? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are they? Do you know what they are? Are there goals and dreams that you had that you just dropped because of other people, what they said to you, because of circumstances, because you met challenges and obstacles, because you had setbacks and disappointments? You just dropped them. Maybe there's dreams and goals that it's about time now that you pick them up and start going for them again. Maybe you've new dreams and goals you want to work towards. Decide a goal, decide a dream. It's not about believing it right now, believing that it would definitely happen. Don't worry about that. If you don't fully believe in it, that's okay. The main thing is you set the goal. You're putting out the intention. That's the first step. The belief will come as you start to take action towards that goal. And once you're doing the required action steps, you will get closer to that goal and you will also see your belief increase because it will be becoming a bigger reality. Okay? So productivity, prioritizing. Are you setting a plan each day? Are you putting out 1 to 3 things you're going to prioritize and put your time and energy and focus into? Or are you literally just waking up and just aimlessly going through the day with no set focus, no set direction, no real set idea of what you're going to get out of the day or even what you want to get out of the day? Because you should every day be racking up a couple of wins. And wins don't have to be big, they can be small. I spoke about it even noting your wins and noting your gratitudes. I spoke about that in the previous episodes. But it's such a simple little exercise, but it's what you should be aiming for anyway. We need to be working towards having little wins. That's what will make us feel better. And if you're getting the wins, it means you're getting close to your goals. It means you're making an improvement in your life. It means that you're improving the quality of your life. And most importantly, you will be increasing your level of happiness in your life. So it's so important to prioritize, to be productive, to take steps every day, even if you only took one positive step a day. One. It might only take a couple of minutes or a minute, or it could take hours, depending what it is, but it's one action step. A minute can make such a difference. One action step. Do it every day. There's 365 positive steps you took in the course of a year. Now, don't you think that would make a big impact in your life? Be unbelievable, the difference. So, in Men's Health Week 2021, as we are in, I want you to ask yourself these questions. The questions like I've asked you in terms of your mindset and what you're feeding your mind and what you're consuming and TV and newspapers and radio and people. Ask yourself those key questions. Look at where you can improve. Look at what you're consuming into your body that feeds your body and feeds your brain. What is it? What type of liquids you put in? What type of food you put in? How much antioxidants you consume and how much vitamins and minerals? How much junk processed food you put in? All these things have a huge impact. How much you move in your body? How active are you? How much exercise routines are you following every single week? Are you doing resistance training? Are you doing cardio training, HIIT training? Are you not moving at all? Ask yourself these questions. What's your sleep routine? What time do you go to bed on average? What time do you get up on average? What do you do before bed for 30 minutes or up to 2 hours beforehand? Do you sleep throughout the night? How do you feel in the morning? Ask yourself these questions. And then how could you be productive? What about your goals and dreams? Are you going for them regularly? Are you taking action towards them? Are you focused on taking action every day towards your goals and making your dreams a reality? Are you getting good at prioritizing? Are you recognizing wins in the day instead of feeling frustrated that you did nothing when the reality is, yes, your to-do list is getting bigger and bigger, but you're knocking things off. That's all that matters. Your to-do list will continue to get bigger. It's just how things are. It's the world we live in. But the main thing is that you're knocking things off. It's not just getting bigger and not improving. It's getting bigger, but at the same time, it's knocking things off and improving. And you're taking steps towards your goals. Remember, you live once. Do all you can to improve in your lifestyle. It's so important. Do all you can, because you're the only person you can. You need, no matter where you are right now in terms of your head, if you're suffering big time mental health wise, I feel for you and I'm here for you. That's why feel free to message me anytime. I'm happy to chat. But you have to start taking more control. You have to start taking more action. You have to drag yourself out, but with the assistance of others, and accountability from others. Like I do with my clients, like I do with my followers, I hold you accountable. Like if someone posts or comments something they're going to do, I'll remember it and I'll hold them accountable. That's why I want you to communicate with me, contact the station, and let us know your situation. Let us know what you're going through. Let us know how we can be of help. Maybe you just want to share it. You don't not necessarily ask for help, but we'll help you in any way we can. Men Aloud is all about that, a space for men to communicate better, to express their feelings more, to get more in touch with their feelings, to get more in touch with the feminine side that you have. We all have it. We all have a masculine side, we all have a feminine side. The balance is just a certain level for men and it's a different level for women. And obviously every individual has a different balance as well. But we all have both. And for either to suppress either one is not good. Suppressing your natural instincts and tendencies and emotions and feelings is never ever good. So I urge you to work on it, to work on improving it all the time because it's so, so important. So I hope what I shared here on this episode of Men Aloud has helped you. Have a good Men's Health Week 2021. Make sure you're taking some positive action this week towards improving on your general health, but importantly your mental health, which is more important than anything because like I'm always stressing, your mind is the control tower. So you need to focus always on how to improve on that. So take care, get in touch, share this episode out there far and wide. Let us know your feedback. Together, let's work together on improving the mental health among men, not just in Ireland, but across the world, because it's a small world and we can communicate with each other very easily. And I am genuinely here to help you in any way I possibly can. So feel free to contact me anytime. So that's it for this week's episode of Men Aloud. Hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to speaking to you next week. 5.